What's good, man? It's your player partner, Packboy Dolo, checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show. You dig? Get my other headphone in. And first and foremost, you already know what I'm gonna say. Shout out to my people out there, man. I'm sipping the blueberry smoothie, you know what I mean? It's alright. Definitely get my energy up, though. I had ran across this video. Well, no, it wasn't a video. It was a post, and it was cause I didn't watch the video. I just saw like the post of it and what they was talking about. And it was this young lady who had just turned 40, and she was very distraught. Reason being, she said that it feels like she hasn't accomplished anything in her life. She's 40, she has nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? And she feels super depressed, on the verge of hurting herself. See what I'm saying? And that made me want to shoot this show because I understand where she coming from. You feel me? I get that. I understand what she meaning. And not many of us has found the antidote for that type of experience. I guess they call it a midlife crisis or something like that. Most of us haven't found the antidote for those type of experiences. And before I get into the show, I just want to go ahead and say, the show is, of course, brought to you by the Treeway Winter Wear Collection, man. Cop the drip. Fall is coming fast. Y'all know I love fall. The summertime is for the summer people. Shout out to y'all. I get outside here and there and got some plans to do some stuff outside this summer. But all in all, your boy really don't vibe with summertime. Wintertime and fall time, that's my jazz. You know what I'm saying? That's when I like to really get out there, man. So I just wanted to shout out to Trio Winter Wear because that represents my love for the fall. Also, make sure you go check out my book, man. The Pretty Much Understanding the ebook is in the description. I have not updated the Amazon link yet because I haven't got done repurposing it. But I'm about to repurpose the physical copy, so it'll be a new link to get the physical copy. But if you want to go ahead and order the physical copy through Amazon, the link is in the description, man. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was talking about, man. This young lady, she was very distraught because she just hit 40 and she feel like she haven't accomplished anything. And I get where she coming from because there's a lot of people that feel that way, and it's understandable for the most part. You just gotta have the antidote. No matter how old you are, how young you are, tomorrow can always be your fresh start. So the name of today's show is Tomorrow Can Always Be Your Fresh Start. You feel me? And what I mean by that is tomorrow always holds a built-in fresh start for those who are ready for change. Let me say that again. Tomorrow always holds a built-in fresh start for those who are ready for change. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to start on the surface level, but we're going to go deeper as we go. We're going to get deeper, but we're going to start on the surface level. just a little small antidote to these type of issues is who do you want to be and what do you want to have? It's chapter 1. These things need to be written down. These things need to be written down and read. You know what I'm saying? They need to be written down and read often, every day, multiple times a day. Because you need to be always reminding yourself what you're heading towards. And you could say one thing and then do another. But you need to look at what you're doing. If you're saying that you've written it down and you've read it, look at what you're doing. Are you actually reading it every day? Multiple times a day, reminding yourself what you're moving towards, who you want to be. Right?
Monday.com is the best AI for work. And
I
here's
tell
why.
you the truth, everything comes down to one second here. I hate when that ad pop like that. Everything comes down to the moment. So even though each day offers a fresh start, right? Even though every day offers a fresh start, every moment offers the energy for a new perspective. Every moment offers the energy for a new perspective. So let's roll into this next point here. This is chapter 2. Listen. 30 days can change you. All you need is 30 days. It don't matter how young you are, how old you are. If you're clear on who you want to become and what you want to have, you can become it and you can have it. You can become who you want to be and you can have what you want to have. But it starts with being clear, having it written down. Has to be filled with excitement. It has to be exciting. It has to be something that moves you, something that you really want. And then you get moving in that direction. You know what I'm saying? So 30 days can change you. And it right here, I'm going to go ahead and introduce that right here. You know, it's by my man Earl Nightingale. He goes in on this and he breaks it down. So I'm gonna play this for y'all where he talks about 30 days. What can happen for you in 30 days? Check this out.
The secret is to get and hold fast in your mind the mental image of the person you would most like to be. Then in every situation you act and talk as you feel that person would. You make the kind of decisions you think that person would. This is the way to constantly grow into a better, more effective person. You immediately begin to act with more confidence, and confidence is the first step to accomplishment. As your accomplishments begin to grow, which they most certainly will, real confidence slowly takes the place of the part you've been playing. Now your life will not be transformed overnight. There'll be no sudden miracles perhaps, but steadily, day by day, you'll grow into the image you hold in your mind. If you doubt this, try it for 30 days and watch what happens. You've got nothing to lose. The time is going to pass anyway. Why not put it to work? Becoming the person you most want to become. It's the trick of the experts in every field.
Now he just broke it down, yo. And this is scientifically proven. You act the part of the person you want to become. You act the part of the person that you want to become. You become them. You become them. You don't even think about who you were yesterday, what you used to have, and who you used to be. Your eyes should be set forth with an energy and intensity, and the movements and thoughts of a fearless lunatic. Because you can have it. You can have it. You just have to want it. You have to want it every day, as if you already have it. As if you already have it. Let me see if I got that other video on here where Eckhart totally broke down what Jesus Christ said. Jesus Christ broke down manifestation in one sentence. One sentence. Where is it? I know it's on here. Here it is. Check this out.
If you want to manifest something, you have to start with it. The foundation for manifestation is always the present moment. It's not the future. It works very simply. Jesus explained it in one sentence, just one sentence. Whenever you pray for something, believe that you have received it and it will be given to you. Now, the key is that he did not say believe that you will receive it, because that puts it into the future. He said when you pray for something, in other words, when you want something, believe that you have received it. Now, what does that mean? You have to feel the being of you, the fullness of life. And then, if you then want to achieve something, you bring a vision, what you want, let it merge with that feeling. Let's say you see yourself as this great musician, but not in the future. How does this great musician feel? Reached millions of people. This is exactly how it feels. The fullness of life.
Right now. In this present moment, right now. Whenever you pray for something, feel as if you have already received it. Not as if you're going to receive it, as if you have already received it. And I understand that that's hard to do. But would you rather work on that skill and create that muscle, strengthen that muscle? Because you're strengthening a muscle either way. You never sit still. You're going one way or the other. So when you're in the mindset that your life, you haven't accomplished anything, you've strengthened that thought pattern. You've strengthened that image of yourself in your mind. That you're the type of person that's not working towards anything and you haven't accomplished anything. Now let's roll into chapter 3. The Unlimited Reset is a program I'm working on, and I'm slowly peeling out because I'm trying to see how y'all are reacting to it, because this is a lot of value, and I'm not just going to be just throwing this shit out like that because it's so valuable to me. I'm not just going to be giving it to y'all like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to give you bits and pieces to see if you picking up what I'm putting down. But it's worked so well for me that I'm not just about to just throw it out there. If I was getting a lot of engagement as far as the actual program and the brief description, the brief introduction, if I was getting a little bit more interaction from that, then I probably would go ahead and start peeling out more of the segments. But it's so much information and it's packed with so much valuable information that I hold dear to my heart, that works so well for me, that I just can't give it out to somebody who's not going to value it as if I value it. And I hope you understand that. But let's roll into the first start point on chapter 3, the Unlimited Reset. It starts with letting go. right? Letting go. That's where it really starts at. Because, okay, you've written it down and you may read it every day and you feel like you've received it. But once you let go, that's when the magic happens. And letting go means a lot of things. Listen, letting go of toxins. If you're still dealing with drugs or alcohol or some kind of stimulant to stimulate your mind all the time, and nothing against people who do that and know how to, they do it, they don't let it do them. Most people end up letting it do them. And when that happens, they become emotionally irregular. They become psychologically incapable to process their life situations. Because you're dependent on something that's really not always going to be there if the dope man don't pick up. If the weed man don't pick up. If the alcohol store is closed, or if you don't have the funds to go and get alcohol at the time. This stuff, it dumbs you down and you can't become. You're not focused on becoming because, let's get deep. It desensitizes your excitement factor. The actual dopamine that the brain triggers when working towards a goal, that amount gets dumbed down by the drugs, the alcohol, the cigarettes. Because every time you do that, sip something or smoke something, your brain is spiking dopamine hits. You're getting dopamine hits all day. Scrolling on your phone, dopamine hits all day, right? And when it comes to your goal, you lose the excitement. The excitement is wrapped up in these other things because they come so quick. And you got this goal that you're working towards, but you lose energy quick. So quick. And you feel like that goal is too far out. It becomes boring. So these things, these toxins, become boring, and they bore you of your goals of becoming a better version of you. You become bored of that. You're like, man, this shit boring. I want the quick hit, the quick fix right now. But you say you want the goal, but your action says otherwise. So letting go of toxins, letting go of negative thought forms, and these things everyone battle with. I'm not perfect. I battle with negative thought forms. I just know how to transmute the energy. I just know how to transmute the thought form and get up. That's why every moment offers the energy for a new perspective. Every moment, because I'm going to hop into that new energy. I'm going to use that new energy of this next moment to create that fresh perspective to get me back on the road. Because the train is not always rolling all the time, going the right way. Sometimes the train has to stop to be repaired. Sometimes they had to roll it backwards to get it going forward. Right? Another thing you should let go is friends. Letting go of friends, old friends. They're on the same shit, trying to do the same shit all the time. Every weekend or every day, depending on your situation. They're always right there. You're battling against that. That's a battle that you don't have to deal with. You don't have to fight that battle. You could just cut them off. You could just get away from them. You're having enough trouble fighting your own thoughts. You don't need to add more pressure onto yourself by having the wrong friends or family members, quote unquote, around you. You can get rid of them, get away from them. That's why this unlimited reset is so important. We break down how to mental fast. Even water fasting ties into this, because water fasting, it increases your ability to discern. In other words, to see people's true intentions, to feel them, feel their energy. You be in tune. And when you water fast, you can be like, oh, you can feel like or see how a person really is, how they operate. That gives you the strength and the clarity to cut them off. And once you know, once you come off that water fast, there's no way you're going to be like, maybe I was tripping. No, because the water fasting and the mental fasting together, especially, it has you so clear. You like, it's no way that I'm tripping. It's no way I'm tripping. I know exactly what I just saw in this person, and they're done. It's a wrap. I got to get away from them. This stuff makes you clear. People fasting, that's when it comes into the picture. You start to people fast. You start to realize, okay, I need to stay away from that person because of these certain reasons. And when you beginning this stuff, or if you really need to just reset, you can just stop talking to everybody. If depending on your work, you got to learn how to maneuver, and that's more like what we talk about in the actual program. You know what I'm saying? But when you dealing with a lot of people all the time, and you don't have to, you can cut them. You can cut away from them. It's the most peaceful shit ever. Environment fasting, same thing, right? Excuse me. You hitting the corner bar every weekend. Stop going there. Stop going there. You go hang out at your homie crib that smokes, but you trying to quit smoking. But you go there to get, let's say you go there to record music. You gotta find another producer. You got to get another studio for a second. And it's nothing against them. It's so that you can benefit and grow yourself. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you letting go, you burn the boats and bridges that connects you to who you used to be. Once you do that, you're so free and liberated. And you can maneuver, you can think clearer, you can see things clearer. And when you go back around them, they're gonna be like, who is this guy? Yo, you moving different. You know what I'm saying? You moving different. Everything about you is like upgraded, yo. I like it. And then it's gonna be those who be like on some negative shit. Damn, you didn't let me know you was going on the fast. Damn, you didn't let me know you was coming to visit home. You know, throwing negative energy. And when you pick that up, you gotta be able to pick it up and realize it for what it is, and not identify with where they're coming from, because you'll end up in a argument, you know, because you're trying to justify them being wrong and you being right. And it's not even about that. It's about you knowing where they're coming from and not letting them know that you know where they're coming from. But later on, when the next moment comes, you're no longer around them, you know, okay, now I got to keep this person at a distance. I have to stay away from that person because they showed me certain intentions. They showed me their motives, and it's not cool. It's not something that's going to help me grow into the better version of myself and continue to grow. I'll end up stuck having them around me because of their intentions and where they come from. The nature of their intention is very important. You know what I'm saying? And seriously, man, I could go on and on about this topic, and especially about the unlimited reset, because listen, tomorrow can always be a fresh start. You don't have to accept today. Hell, you don't have to accept this moment. This next moment, you can be a new person. You can have a new moral compass, as Sensei say, Mr. Sensei Fouché. You can have a new moral compass, a new moral foundation within the next moment. But you got to identify with it. And you got to stand on it. Because one thing about me, when I'm serious, I'm serious. You can ask anybody. When I'm serious, I'm serious. When it's game time, it's game time. When it's time to, bullshit around and okay, then it's time for that too. You have to become being good at multiple characters. Being dynamic. Being able to change in and out of multiple characters. Is that being fake, Dolo? No, that's being dynamic. That's being able to maneuver and fit yourself properly within each situation so that you can be effective. That's what that's about. It's not about being fake. You know what I'm saying? Because if I talk and say, you know what I'm saying, and I talk how you feel me, like woo woo woo, I talk like that on this camera. If I go into an office where everybody's wearing ties and they're dressed up in suits and they hold their glasses a certain way and they make certain gestures, I can immediately adjust into that type of fashion, that type of style with my style coded in it. I can be very articulate and persuasive, a great listener, great question asker, genuine curiosity. I can do that. I could spend the time 2 to 3 hours in a business meeting and not say, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, not one time. That's being dynamic. You see, we veering off because I'm telling you this, I'm passionate about this topic. But the moral of the story is tomorrow can always be a fresh start. The next moment, listen, you can be a new person. Time is an illusion. The past, you can only think about it. You can't go visit it and change nothing. The future, you can only think about it. You can't go visit it and enjoy nothing or be afraid of nothing. Right here, right now, this is the moment that we in. And you best believe that anything that comes, when it comes, like Jay-Z said, the pressure's on, but guess who ain't gonna crack? Pardon me, I had to laugh at that. When the pressure's on, it's time to strategize and be strategic and move and make things happen and think and move to the next. It is what it is. When it happens, it is what it is. We handle it and then we carry on. We deal with what is. We don't deal with what used to be or what was, and we don't deal with what we think will be. We deal with what is right now. Manisha Round, Packboy Dolo checking out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, man. I'm booting up for 30-day fast just to reset myself real quick. And it's gonna be very it's gonna be very good, man. So what I'm gonna do most likely is I'm gonna be locked in with y'all still, because I'm gonna have my mind really focused on the unlimited reset, since I'm gonna be doing the mental fasting. I'm gonna be doing most of it anyway. Mental fasting, water fasting, people fasting, environment fasting. I'm gonna be doing most of this anyway, so I'll be able to really tune in. And I'm looking now. So y'all email me if I know some of y'all don't be want to engage and be commenting. You don't want to hit the like button. It's kind of like, you enjoy the show, then boom, you give me the view and you feel like that's enough. Hey, cool. But I'm just saying, if you're curious about this unlimited reset in this program, hit me up, man. Hit me up, because we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation, and if you ask the right questions, you'll end up getting some free game. But at the end of the day, these segments, when they roll out, they gonna have a price tag on them, because it's value for value. You know what I'm saying? This game is sold, not told. And if you don't pay attention, you gotta pay a price with the dollar. You know, the S with the line through it. You feel me? Search around Pat Boy Dolo, checking out, man. Make sure y'all follow me, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when your boy drop, cause we about to turn up. You dig? Peace.